Okay, video number 2. I promise I'll go fast. This is a student sign in, and there's a laptop kind of in the middle of the 4 computers when you first walk in, so students can sign in. I would like to continue this. It's helpful for me because at the end of the school year, I have a record of all the students who come into the library, and I have to turn that in to the district. So just wanted you to be aware that this is available, and it's a great way for me to see who's here, and also if you needed to know who came to the library. Might be nice for you also. And I actually did this in Google. It's a form and it's really helpful. This is a library webpage. Changed it up a little bit. All the books at the top of the screen are either Armadillo books or Bluebonnet books, just to help you out. I also added a Twitter feed. I'm really kind of stepping out there on the Twitter because I've not done it. So I thought maybe this would help me use it if I had a Twitter feed. So I'm going to try to keep updated on it, just so you know. But if you haven't gone into the library webpage, please feel free, because I've added lots of different resources on there, and I tried to make it easier to search. So take some time to look every now and then just to see what's there. On the teacher link, when you click on teacher right here, it shows you the calendar, and I also included some other links that might be helpful as well. You can access it from home, you can access it from school, and if you need to email me or call me for any changes, feel free to. And if you want to schedule a lesson, I would love it. I can't wait to meet with you and work with you this year, especially with our new technology and digital library. So you can fill out the form where it says schedule a lesson with Ms. Grindle, or you can come and visit with me, because I'd love to play and do something new and bring your classes in and have fun with them. So the reading programs that we have in the library are Bluebonnet Madness, and we'll get a lesson together for that soon enough. Training cards for 1st through 5th grade. Oops, I messed up. Armadillo is actually just kindergarten, or actually Armadillo books are kindergarten and 1st grade. And Read to Succeed is all grades, and that's starting in January. Kindergarten, that's what I meant to say when I messed up on Armadillo, is that kindergarten has a spring reading log that kindergarten and 1st grade used to do, but I'm up 1st grade up to the training cards. And then we also have AR available, and the prizes that I will definitely help out with are, if you have your students pick a mid-year goal and an end-of-the-year goal, then they can get an extra book coupon to check out an extra book from us in the library, and then write their name on the wall of fame for the end-of-the-year goal. So if you would like to do that, just let me know and we'll make it happen. And this is what the train card looks like. I would like to continue with it. I changed it up a little bit this year, so it's not the same exact thing. And I'm working on some new prizes I think the students will be excited about. And I really would like to push this, as opposed to just having AR available, something different for students to read to kind of get them excited about and push them a little bit harder to read something different, maybe that they haven't read before. And then the left-hand side is the kindergarten reading log that we did last year. So just wanted you to know that those are available, and we'll be talking about them also. Here are some resources in the library, all related to technology. So feel free to check out any of these items. And if you have questions about them, feel free to ask. The benchmark scanner is in the library. There's also 2 other scanners. One's brand new, and it kind of just feeds through, which is really cool, and another one's a flatbed. There is a laminator in the back. It's kind of a secret, mostly just for teachers, so please don't send parents back. That way we can kind of keep one at least on the up and up for the long run, so nothing happens to it. Unfortunately, we don't have copy machines in the library any longer. We used to, which was kind of cool, but they are in the workroom, and hopefully now that they're new ones, they'll work even better. But we do also have web cameras, we have flip cameras, we have batteries, and they're in the far cabinet, and there's also lots of digital cameras, so please come in and ask for anything you'd like to check out. We still have our research resources. I heard we may have a few less. The research resource page looks a little bit different since they changed up the web page. There is a link, and it's supposed to be the 2nd tab on Google Chrome. It's not working yet. hopefully it will soon. And I also have a link on the library webpage under students for research resources. So if you go there, you can get to any of the research resources. There are passwords. I will share those on Google Drive. Please do not post those passwords on your webpage, because since they're paid subscriptions, they don't want it to be out there in the open just so anybody can get to it. So you're welcome to forward it home, and you can even share the document that I share with you that's on Google Drive so that people can get to it. Just so you know, eLibrary is where you find books and all kinds of resources for you. You can look at it in the library, you can look at it at home, you can look at it in the classroom. You can search for ebooks, you can search for playaways, you could do a power search, you can look for ebooks, anything that you want to look for, it's available for you. Feel free to use it in the library. But once you go to the student page, it's under eLibrary right here, but it's also on the research resources page. So there's lots of different ways to get there, and I just want you to know it's available to you. But if you're looking for an ebook or even a playaway, all you do is go down here to type on the power search page and then hit search right here, and you will just look for ebooks. And I continue purchasing more and more of them, and I just want you to know that they are available to you. The ebooks, I did purchase some new ones through Capstone, and I'm excited about them, and they're on the ebook page and the research resources. But the ebooks, the majority of them are through Follett Shelf. So when you go to ebooks, there's two or three different ways to get there. You go to the page, the library page, and you scroll down and click on ebooks right here, or even research resources. It takes you to Follett Shelf, where you can type in your username and your password. And for students, it's the numbers 128, their last name, and the first letter of their first name, and their password is GO Student. Playaways. Now that we have paperback books with them, I updated our permission form. So students in 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade get to check them out. And the reason I do 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade, just because it's a bigger responsibility. They cost a lot more. And now there's a book that goes with it. Kindergarten through 2nd grade, you are more than welcome to check them out and keep them in your classroom. It can be a reward if you want to use it as a reward, and I even let parents check them out so students can look at them. It's been a great resource to have the book and the playaway together so students can read along with it while they're listening to it, which I think helps with comprehension also. Birthday book reminders. When we send them home, we'll have this little, because they sometimes kind of all start to look alike. I understand that. So when we need for a student to know that these birthday book forms need to go home to parents, it says please send home on the top. So please make sure it goes home with this child. And as soon as the parents have seen it, then you can send them to the library for them to check out the birthday book. If you want to find out what you have checked out, when you go to eLibrary, the last link on there says My Stuff. When you click on My Stuff, it will say Show My Record, and then you'll type in your username and your PIN. They're exactly the same number. It's your 6-digit ID number with the letter E, and all you have to do is type it in both, and you can see what you have checked out. So if you ever question what you have, this is a great way to go and double check. You don't have to. We'll be more than happy to look it up for you, but if you'd like to know some other time that we don't share it with you, then feel free to look it up yourselves. There's some other resources available to you. We do have living science materials, and I can share that with you when you're ready. We have some professional books that are ebooks that you have access to. Graphic Arts Lab. We got media services where you can request videos to watch on campus. Any questions that you have about copyright or any of the visual media approval forms, you can get those from us. And if you ever have someone challenging a book, they don't want it in the library or in the school, come and see me and I will share all that information with you, because we do have a policy. I'm supposed to share that with you, but I feel like that it's not so necessary until it matters and it's an issue. So if you ever have questions about how we choose our reading materials, please come and let me know. Or if you have a parent that's concerned about it, you can send them to me. I am so excited. We're getting a digital library. So this is our flat interactive display screen. It's 70 inches and it's going to be so much fun to use. And we're getting a Samsung Galaxies, the tab, and we're supposed to get 45 devices. So I'm really wanting to use them with the students and make it a meaningful learning experience. So I'm looking for ways to incorporate, and I'd love to work with any of your classes at all in any subject area so we can just make learning even more powerful. So just wanted to let you know that that's coming, and I'm super excited about it. Edmodo is where I'm going to continue with the Bluebonnet Madness, where students in 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade read Bluebonnet books, and then they can compete in our Bluebonnet competition. We won the trophy last year, hoping that we'll get to keep it, but competition is stiff. There's also some other really cool things. I know we have Google Classroom now, but just wanted you to know that you're welcome to sign up for an account, and when students sign up for an account, then they'll go in and put their username and their password. I also have the library orientation for any students who are new or maybe just want to go find out a few things. I will have a link to library orientation on the tutorial page up at the very top where students can go in and watch little snippets of things related to the library. This will help before your students actually come to the library. So if you could do me a favor and have your students watch the video before you guys come in, I would certainly appreciate it. I'm going to try to make our orientation really short and fun and simple. And so the more they can learn before they walk in the door, the better. I'm really going to work on this flipped classroom. And I'm thinking the more videos I have available when kids have questions, and I can always lead them that direction so that they've got it available to them if they want to go back and do some more learning. Please remind your students to turn in their summer reading logs. We're supposed to count up all the hours in the school that has the most number of students reading or the most hours. Then there's some award that the school is given. I would love for it to be hours. I also think that they will give us a list of all the hours read on MyOn, but if the students have the piece of paper, please feel free to send it down to the library, and that's for kindergarten all the way up to, well, actually not kindergarten since they weren't here, but 1st grade all the way up to 5th grade. So I love it when you guys bring your class to the library, and I also love it when you stay. I know you have a lot going on. I know you're busy. I know sometimes you just need a break, but I can't tell you how powerful it is when you are in the library with your class. They realize how important it is to be in the library, and I want the library to be a meaningful experience for them. I don't want it just to be a playtime or just a waste of time. I want it to be a great learning experience. So here are my top 10 reasons why I love for you to stay with your class. Number 10, I start at the bottom. You can learn from me. And I say that because that's the last thing I think you can get from coming in is that we can learn from each other. Sometimes I share some things that I think would be beneficial for you to know about, especially with technology and research resources. I can learn from you. I put that before you can learn from me because I learn a lot from you and how you interact with your students, and it's powerful for me to watch that. I will be nice to you and extra helpful when you need it, which is very true. You can better help get focus once it's lost. You guys know how to work with your students a lot better than I do just because I'm not with them all the time. Sometimes it's just a look or it's just you tapping them on the shoulder and everybody else sees that and they know they need to pay attention, and it truly helps actually get more accomplished while we're in the library. You can observe your students, which sometimes is a really nice thing. You can watch what they're doing and maybe get more ideas about how to work with them in other learning environments. You can enjoy relaxing without having to be the lead teacher, which is kind of a cool thing. I see the entire school and I don't know all their names or their abilities. So when you say their name, it helps me remember it as well. And it helps me to be able to have a conversation with you to know a little bit more about them also. Students focus more when you're there, and you guys can't see it if you leave, but as soon as you walk out the door, they think it's not that important and they get a little distracted. So when you're in there, they know it's important and they are watching far better. It's a great way for us to collaborate. I love it when you guys come in so I can talk to you. We can talk about what's going on in your classroom. We can figure out ways to work together to do certain things in the library that you're doing in the classroom. And it really is a great way to get to know you also. And it's the last, number one, actually the first, it's a great way to give your students a compliment. Um, Students love to be encouraged. We all love to be encouraged, and it's a great way for you to get to watch them so that you can focus on the positive. So if you will do me that favor, you're welcome to walk away, go to the restroom, go to the office and get things. But if you would do me a huge favor and be with your class as much as possible, it truly helps the entire learning experience. All right, so that's 14 minutes again. I told you, I promised I was going to keep it short, but I have a lot to say. So I'm going to pause here. There's going to be another video, and if you would take time to watch it, I would so appreciate it, because there's still quite a few more things that I want to share with you. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you.